So my presentation is Hope is the Thing with Feathers by Emily Dickinson. So the poem goes, Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked to become. I chose this poem because I really had an instant connection with it. I had previously written a This I Believe essay centered around hope, so when I randomly heard this poem on the intro to a TV show, it really caught my attention. The iambic trimeter and unique rhyme scheme also felt really pleasing to read and listen to. I enjoy the simplicity of this poem, but I also feel that it carries an incredibly important message that I stand by in my personal life, which is that hope is the endless comforter that allows mankind to go on. This state of mind towards the future allows us to heal and to feel protected in times that are hard. Because of this, I believe that hope is infinitely valuable and should be cherished. I feel like this poem will always linger in my soul and my heart because my entire life I feel as though hope has been what kept me going. I never tried to have hope, but it was always just there, perching in my soul. I feel like it was really an emotion and a state of mind that I've never tried to have. It's just been a really natural reaction that I've kind of held on to in difficult times in my life. I have always felt like faith is the light in my life that makes my best self. I've never felt abandoned by hope for long. I feel as though it has always returned to me and kept me feeling safe in great times of sadness. I think growing up I had felt abandoned a lot, and in this poem she talks about the bird being a creature that will come to you in really difficult, hard times, in the strangest sea, but it will keep finding you and it will keep coming to you, and I found this to really be true. Um, I'm the youngest child, so I think I've watched all of my siblings grow up and leave while I've still been at the house, and my mother also lived somewhere else when I was around 12, and now that my parents are divorced, I no longer live with my father. My father is also very ill, so I feel a lot of worry and sadness about him. I feel, though, that hope has really been the inner strength that I've relied on even when important members of my life have been gone. Hope has never left my heart, even when my situation has seemed pretty dim. But life is always changing, and sometimes for the worst and sometimes for the better. I think that this poem really spoke to me because it recognized the importance of hope in everyone's life. I think it's kind of I don't think it's emphasized as much as it should be, and I feel like hope is a state of mind that everyone should really value, and I feel like when hope is lost, that's when happiness is lost. And for myself, I know that even if hope in my future doesn't make me feel better instantly, that it still does help me to know that I will feel better eventually, which goes back to the fact that life is always changing and that, the one thing that you can rely on is hope. I think that poetry in itself as an art form is really able to express personal emotion, and that's why some poems really connect to people, and that's why they linger in their soul, and I feel like I had really important, cool connection with this poem. And then, so my last image is a moth. And cheesy as this must be, I feel like this creature is really a metaphor for hope because even though it lives in the darkness, it's always searching for light. And I feel like that really is a lot like humans who are in bad situations and with hope. So that's the end of my presentation, and I hope that you enjoyed it.